DC is about to launch something I didn't think we would ever get to see again. We're going to get Hush, the Hush team back in place. This is Jeff Loeb and his incredible writing. I haven't seen Jeff Loeb in a while, so I'm excited to see what he's doing. And of course, the great artwork of my personal favorite comic artist, Jim Lee. Now, what DC has released to me thus far, I have the full comic, and the format of the comic, I don't have colored pages. I just have the inked pencils with the lettering done. So I know I can read the story, but I don't have full color on the pages up to this point. How to say, I think it's better to read Jim Lee in this format than the fully colored pages. I just love his line work and his artwork so much. It is extraordinary. He does such an amazing job. This is a Joker story to start, and it feels very much like Jeff Loeb. The format is introspective, where you get the boxes in the corners that are sort of Batman's thoughts as he's going through the process, and is very noir in that way. It was a dark, stormy night. No, he doesn't ever do that, but you know what it is, and where the character is talking to you as you're going through. That's the feel of, which is my favorite way to read Batman. I might be influenced by this whole thing. And my favorite Batman story is Hush. What I give to new readers is Hush. The combo of Jeff Loeb on the writing and Jim Lee on the art, I think, is unparalleled, unmatched, outside of maybe Long Halloween when you had a Tim Sale on the artwork. It's just different. I appreciate Tim Sale's artwork, but I love the detail that Jim Lee gives us. And it's just beautiful. It's so beautiful in this whole thing. So we start off with a Joker story. We get to see lots of other characters. We get to see some of the Bat family in this very first issue, and we get to see them drawn again by Jim Lee, which is always exciting. We get to see some of the ancillary characters, some of the external characters to Batman as well, some of his friends in the rest of the DC universe. We see a little bit of that, and I expect that we'll get to see a lot more of his friends from the DC universe if they continue with the same theme that they had in the original Hush, which is, hey, this is an excuse for Jim Lee to draw lots of cool stuff. And I think that's what this is. I think this is an excuse for Jim Lee to draw lots of cool stuff. And what I think needs to happen more in this world is giving Jim Lee excuses to draw cool stuff. So it's so great. I'm thrilled to see this. It's going to be coming out in the main Batman comic. This is not a mini series. I love that they're releasing it as a part of the main Batman title, starting with Batman number 158. All right. So if you have a local comic shop and you have a pull list, and maybe you dropped your pull list at some point, maybe Chip Zdarsky wasn't doing it for you, so you decided to go do something else. If you dropped your pull list, then this is the time to pick it back up. This is the time to add Batman back to your pull list with Batman 158, so that you can at least pick up Hush in this series. And what's coming after Hush, I think, is going to be pretty good. I think I heard that Matt Fraction is going to come on, and Fraction is, of course, industry great as well. And he's done some incredible things. I don't think he's ever done a Batman book. I've not seen him on a Batman book, so I'm excited to see what he does with this one. Yeah, Batman Hush. My full review, since I've read the whole thing, go get it. Like, get the thing. You've got to have it. Everybody's got to have it. It comes out in March. I'll just refresh your memory. The original Hush was a story that was released in the main Batman book. And it was released as a periodical week by week, and it was a mystery. You didn't know who this character was. You didn't know who Hush was. And it was really an excuse for a romp through the whole DC universe to get Jim Lee to draw as much DC as you possibly could. And boy, did we get it. And it was so good. My favorite thing. I absolutely love Hush. So the whole time, I remember when I was first reading this comic. Now, looking back, don't make fun of this. Don't make fun of this. I was really like trying to figure out who was Hush. They advertised it as this big mystery, and who's it going to be? Like, they were seeding the idea that it might be the Red Hood, because Red Hood was brand new back then. We didn't know exactly who Red Hood was. They were seeding the idea it might be the Red Hood, it might be somebody else. You just don't know. Who is Hush? Who's this going to be? And you had no idea. You had no idea. So you thought I can't remember. It might have been like Jason Todd coming back or something. I can't remember what the story was. I think it was before we had Red Hood. Whatever. It was a real mystery. I did not know who this was going to be. Now, going back and rereading it, which I have many times at this point, it feels a little silly to say. It feels silly to have not known that, yes, this dude that you've been sort of indicating the whole time is brand new and happened to show up at the same time as all these things were going on. Yeah, that's actually Hush. Okay, fine. I should have figured that out, but I didn't. And I thought it was a really fun mystery. I thought Jeff Loeb did a good job of making that mystery. Jeff Loeb, of course, has written other great Batman comics. He and his other partner, Tim Sale, have released some of the greatest Batman comics of all time, starting with Long Halloween. So we do love Jeff Loeb on a Batman book. And what I'll tell you is this original Hush, this is the absolute edition of Hush. This is the most worn and weathered, look at this, the most worn and weathered book in my collection. I read this on a regular basis. I love this book so much. And the absolute version is absolutely worth your time and money. It was for me, but that's the original Hush. This new version of Hush, Hush 2, begins on March 26th, and it's Batman issue 158. So it's the March issue of Batman will be this Batman Hush first issue. So absolutely worth your time. Go and pick up that thing. So if you have not subscribed, do that with your local comic shop. If you don't have a local comic shop, then I encourage you to subscribe with us. You can do that at www.multiverse.shop. And it's super easy to subscribe. We do it the first thing at the top of the page. When you go to our website, we walk you through in a few steps how to do it. Super easy for you to do. We would love to have you and treat you just like you're one of our local customers here in Hurst, Texas. If you happen to be in the Dallas area, come and see us. You can just put it in Google Maps. And we're at the Multiverse in Hurst, Texas. And Google will show you exactly how to find us. All right. Enjoy this comic. I know you're going to love Batman Hush, the second edition, like the sequel to Hush. It's been a long time coming. Go pick it up. Between now and then, keep reading comics.